Well, that was a win befitting of a team that is the better team, a team that has the best player in the world, a team that has the best duo in the NBA, and they just put their foot on the gas in this game. The Heat played a relatively clean game. They had 4 turnovers, but the three-pointers weren't falling at the rate that they were in Game 2. They were 11 of 35. And just the way that the Nuggets got into their actions involving the Murray-Jokic two-man game was a little bit different to start this game. It felt like it was a lot. I don't have the stats to back this up, but it felt like early in the game, Jamal Murray was initiating a lot of the pick and roll as the ball handler, where, in the first 2 games, it kind of felt a little bit more split and also trying to get Jokic the ball on, switches or the ball on the block. But Murray was initiating a lot of pick and roll and hitting Jokic with the pocket pass. Murray did a good job distributing tonight. He had 10 assists. Actually, Jokic and Murray, I did not see the rebound Murray got towards the end of the game. Must have been like the last 20 seconds because I started recording right around when Murray got fouled. But I guess he has his 34, 10, and 10 triple-double. Jokic with 32, 21, and 10. And look, there were just some possessions where Bam just couldn't do anything with Jokic. There were some possessions. Actually, there was one possession where Gabe Vincent was just being a pest. He was trying to front Jokic, trying to get low at the center of gravity, trying to get up under him when Jokic had the ball in the middle of the paint, and he just backed him down and did like a little flip shot where the ball just, climbed on the rim and then rolled in. Jokic has had a lot of those. I mean, Jeff Van Gundy talks about it all the time. It's been brought up here on this channel a lot, but we all know how special Jokic's touch is with the ball in his hands. It's sublime. And the way the Nuggets ran their Murray-Jokic two-man game tonight was a little bit different, like I said, but it opened a lot of things up. It opened a lot of things up for Murray, who got going early. It got a lot of stuff open for Jokic when Bam and Jimmy, sometimes they would switch that pick and roll a little bit in the first half, and Jokic got a few buckets off of that. Jokic got a few buckets off of, catching the ball, rolling towards the rim and doing his little flip floater shot. Just the way Jokic was getting his buckets was a little different, and that was also a byproduct of, putting the ball in Jamal Murray's hands more. Also just playing them a lot more minutes. I mean, Jamal Murray played 44, Jokic played almost 44, and, shout out to Aaron Gordon too, because he did a little bit of everything. He ran the floor. He sealed early like he was a center, running the floor early and sealing smaller defenders. He was hitting the offensive glass. He had some really nice passes on the move too. He had one particular nice assist to Murray, and I believe it was the second quarter. But it was just an all-around balanced effort, and it was based out of, the Nuggets' 2 best guys. And, I mean, this is it definitely is the best duo in the NBA, and Murray once again just showing out on the biggest stage. I mean, Jokic's game completely overshadowed Murray's game, which was great. And I forgot to add on 2 blocks for Jokic as well. Jimmy, he did get up 24 shots, and he did take advantage of some smaller Nuggets defenders whenever Aaron Gordon wasn't guarding Jimmy Butler, but felt like it got a little stagnant. Jimmy Butler's touch wasn't on tonight, and the Nuggets did a good job of just loading up on him. The Bam dribble handoff game, I feel, wasn't as potent tonight either, and now it's because, Bruce Brown was awesome in this game again defensively. Christian Brown has, once again for the second game in a row, changed the tenor of the game. 15 points, 4 rebounds, played some really good defense. There was one possession where he was guarding Jimmy Butler. I believe it was on the right block. It was in the third quarter, and Christian Brown just stood him up, made Butler take a tough fadeaway right on the baseline, and he was cutting in the right places. Every time Christian Brown was spotted up in the corner, he cut. Actually, I think the Aaron Gordon assist I'm thinking about was the one he had a nice drop-off pass to Christian Brown as he cut baseline. It was in the third quarter. Michael Porter Jr. wasn't a disaster tonight defensively like he was in Game 2. He did hit the boards pretty well. Only had 7 shots and only made one of them. Was 0 for 2 from 3, continuing to struggle from 3 in this series. But I'm telling you, I feel like a big Michael Porter 6 for 11 shooting from 3 game is coming. Might come in Game 4, but the Nuggets' size also was really apparent in this series once again. Bam did all he could. He had 17 rebounds, but Jimmy Butler didn't hit the glass. Kevin Love didn't hit the glass. It was just a struggle for the Heat, who allowed 13 offensive rebounds. They controlled the offensive glass. Bam was really the only one that was attacking the glass. The rebound advantage was 65 to 41. That is just a unreal gap in rebounding. But you could tell in that third quarter, the Nuggets were just going to get a good shot every time down the court. The Heat tried zone, and, the Nuggets placed Nikola Jokic in a different part of the zone where he could either score or assist. Every time there was a small defender on him, Jokic just didn't let him off the hook. It was either a foul or it was 2 points. It was just an all-around great performance by the Nuggets. And, there's always in the finals, there's always that one player that's always out of the rotation but comes in and makes an impact. And Christian Braun has allowed the Nuggets to have another utility option, because Christian Braun is different from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in the sense that Christian Braun will cut to the basket with force. He will fill the lane in transition, running the floor hard and finishing strong. That's the other thing with Christian Braun too. Whenever he's cutting and going up for a layup, he's going up with 2 hands. He is trying to finish strong. He's not trying to avoid the contact. Christian Braun also had a dunk in transition where he just did not care that the Heat were chasing him down for the block. And there was another one. He had a tough layup over Jimmy Butler. Just an all-around fantastic game for the Nuggets. Even Jeff Green contributed some. His 2 buckets were on a smaller Kyle Lowry, which kind of just illustrates that the Nuggets are just the bigger team. The Reggie Jackson appearance was weird, but, I guess you had to get Murray a break somewhere, because it was clear he was going more than 42 minutes tonight. But a very meh game from Butler. Just offensively, I know he scored 28 points, but the Nuggets made him take 24 shots to do it. He was not as sharp defensively guarding Murray. It was just Denver, adjusting to the physicality that the Heat have brought the last 2 games. Because I swear, man, some of these fouls that the Heat are getting away with, it's pretty bad. And look, the refs were, the refs let calls go on both sides, but it really does feel like they're just letting a lot of stuff go when the Heat turn up the physicality, where it's one of those things where it's like, if you foul every possession, they can't call every foul. That's kind of what it felt like at times this game and last game. But the Nuggets adjusted. Jokic battled with the Heat's physicality. He got 8 free throws. Murray got 8 free throws. And that really is just the story of this game. The Nuggets have the 2 best offensive players in this series. The Nuggets have the best player in this series. And the best duo in the NBA, they showed out in a historic way in this finals.